364 days since the last time the New York Jets had an interception. Well, that changed when safety Andre Cisco picked off Will Howard in the Jets' second preseason game. Yes, I know it's preseason, but there's some things that happen on this series, on this drive particularly, that really give me a lot of hope about this defense, and that what Cisco did is actually a bigger marker of what we can expect in the regular season. What do I mean by that? Well, I think the defense showed some things in particular, not just in execution, but in how they've been prepared to play, and it's showing up on the film. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Cisco has been someone I've not been so excited at. I thought when we signed him, it seemed like a good deal, but he really struggled last year. Something, though, has definitely changed, because watch these two plays he makes. One of them is the interception, but the other one people have not been talking about, and I think it needs to be pointed out, because if he is able to play this way, if Dane Belton is able to play the way that he's able to play, and Minkah can do what Minkah does, I think our run defense has the potential to be elite. Let me say that again. I think our run defense has the potential to be elite. And at the end of the video, I'm going to share why that's so important. But let's just take a look at this next rep. Okay, here it is. Look at this lineup. We're one safety high. We've got Cisco walking up into the box, basically as that third linebacker. You've got our 4 down linemen going to hold their own with one safety back. And watch what happens here in this play. It's going to be a run play to the right, and right away, bang, holds everything. Cisco takes on the tight end, holds in the contain, and allows the D-line to swing over and make the play. That's huge. That's huge. It's a small little thing, but for the safety to be able to walk into the box like that and take on the tight end and not get driven off the ball, because if he gets driven off the ball, if he gets turned inside, that might be a touchdown. That could easily be a 12, 13-yard run with the way that the blocking had been on the backside. And then it sets up now the next play. Okay, play starts. Look at where we're at. We're at a cover 1. So what that means is you've got Demario Davis in a zone in the middle of the field, and you've got Cisco in a zone at the top of the field. Everyone else is man-to-man. So you got man here, man right here, man down here, and he's covering the running back. So watch what happens with this crosser. He gets beat a little bit right off the line. He knows he has inside help. He's playing outside leverage. He cannot get beat to the outside. He knows if he gets beat to the outside, it's going to be an easy completion. So he has to play with that leverage, forcing him back inside, either driving him into Demario Davis, or what's going to happen here is Cisco sees it all the way. He knows that the coverage is going this way and that Davis has everything short. And watch the play. Watch what happens. Bang. Look at the hips open.
You know, guys, one thing that I have noticed is that my voice cracks a lot.
This is coached. He's almost passing him off, knowing that Cisco has this. Cisco has to step up, and he's changing roles. He's now covering the down, middle, deep, so that even as the ball's coming out here, he knows he could still cover the center here because Cisco is taking his spot. That's flawless execution and communication on the back end. When can we say that has happened at all last year? Maybe once or twice, right? This isn't just an athletic play from Cisco. This is a pre-snap read. This is knowing your assignment. This is communicating and trusting your other players on the defense. And we're seeing this in preseason. Now, most are going to say,
yeah, you're seeing it in preseason, doesn't count.
No, what I'm saying is the execution sometimes in preseason, yes, is inflated. We see statistics and things from people that seem a little ridiculous. Zach Wilson the other day was like nearly perfect with 150 yards, right? But what I'm seeing here isn't execution only. It's trust, it's awareness, it's knowing your assignment, and execution. Huge, huge. Step up. Quarterback thinks it's easy. It's not. Even if he doesn't make the pick here, he's breaking up this pass. This is an incomplete pass, but instead he was aware enough. He steps right in front. Easy, simple, gone. Now, if you add in the pass rush of David Bailey, that's going to start the clock faster for these quarterbacks on third down. And we have then Will McDonald on the other edge, starting the clock faster, getting things moving. And we have a secondary who's communicating and making plays like this. If we're putting teams in position of 2nd and 8, 3rd and 7, these types of scenarios allow us to do so much with our defense. Those are things we did not see last year. The run game defense was atrocious. Yes, we had Briggs and Harrison Phillips who definitely stepped up, but we've gotten so much bigger, so much stronger. We're not going to be relying on the players we were relying on last year. And this is even showing it without Tavondre Sweat holding things down in the middle, eating up double teams, allowing Demario Davis to come downhill hard and quick, allowing Belton and Cisco to play aggressive ball hawk safety football with Minkah Fitzpatrick, kind of the Swiss Army knife, doing it all also. Again, like in my previous video, I'm not here to say the Jets are going to go win the Super Bowl because of some reps in preseason. But what I am going to say is this team defense is much better coached, period. End of story. Like, the impact is seen. It's not just in the play calling, it's in the preparation. It's the players that Aaron Glen has wanted to bring in are now here, and they're making plays. And if we're able to have gap integrity, hold the edge, and stop the run with the pass rush that we're bringing in and the ability to platoon people like Osai and Barre and Will McDonald and David Bailey and Lane, who we picked up from Detroit, who I think is going to be a great addition and is going to make this roster. Guys, I think this defense can be above average. I think it could be elite against the run with what we've seen if we stay healthy. Demario Davis in the center there communicating everything. We've got Minkah Fitzpatrick on the back end communicating everything. I think there's possibility for this run defense to be actually top tier in the league, and we'll see what the back end, if the back end can hold up, if the coverage can hold up. Can we get what we see from Thomas and Stevens? We don't even have Pons out there yet. When we see from Brownlee and all of these others, I think there's going to be a place on this roster for all of these safeties, maybe not Malachi Moore. So that's my analysis. I got a little long-winded at the end. I'm getting a little excited, but I'm getting excited about pieces. Do I think we're going to win 10, 12, 15 games? No, probably not. I think our number is 7-8. But with a defense like this, we're going to be able to surprise some teams. And I think we're going to be able to stick around in games much longer and be much more competitive. And if this is the impact that Aaron Glen has on a defense that he's really coaching up and really gotten his players to play his system and in his way and to all buy in and trust one another. I mean, we saw what happened with the Knicks when a team comes together and trusts one another and relies on one another. You really kind of can outplay your expectations when that's the case. And I think that's going to happen with the Jets. I think they're going to be better than people expect. Or at least that's my hopefulness going into the season. I think we're going to be more competitive, particularly on the defensive end and on the offensive end than people expect. Now, if you want to see a more in-depth breakdown, particularly on how David Bailey played in this preseason game, seeing every single one of his snaps and how it has altered and changed the way this defense can play, click right here. Or if you want to check out the perfect drive where the Jets scored a touchdown on the first drive of this preseason game and why it makes me think they're going to be better than people are expecting, you can click right here.